Welcome back to Daytime Ottawa here on Rogers TV. We've had Tactics Theatre on the show before, and they are celebrating a big anniversary, their 10th anniversary, but our main focus is on this wonderful production. It is the world premiere coming to Ottawa, and it is called Shorelines, and I'm joined by its playwright, Mishka Lavigne.
Hi.
Welcome to the show. Great to have you back here, Mishka.
Thank you.
Let's talk, I want to start talking about, because this is something we've all been having a conversation about, and that is climate change, and there are a number of themes in this particular play. Tell me a little bit about the inspiration behind it.
So the inspiration came from an article I read back in 2015, maybe 2016, about the first American climate change refugees. Okay. So they were the residents of Ile Jean Charles in Louisiana. And the government of Louisiana was saying that the island's soil was being taken over by the sea. There was a lot of erosion, a lot of flooding in the Gulf of Mexico. So they evacuated the about 120 permanent residents of the island onto the mainland in Louisiana. So these are considered the first climate change refugees in the U.S.
Right.
So this is kind of where the inspiration came from. So it is a play about climate change. It is set in the near future, but it's mostly a play about climate inequities.
Right.
About how people who are in more vulnerable communities are more deeply impacted by climate change. And we can see that now in a rich country like Canada. Mm-hmm. We can see that communities over in poorer portions of the world, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, etc., are more affected by flooding than we are here, but we see it too inside the country as well.
Yeah.
So we can think maybe of when the levees were open during Hurricane Katrina in Louisiana to flood mainly Black and Latinx neighborhoods to protect richer neighborhoods like the Lower Ninth Ward. So things like that, how climate change doesn't affect everyone in the same way.
Right, yeah.
Even if one of the play's main themes is that we're all connected. This is all a community. We all live in the same world. And it explores
not everyone
this,
by the same rules.
Not everyone
right?
by the same rules, and they said this about the pandemic as well. Like we're not all in the same boat. We're all in the same storm.
Yeah.
So it kind of depends who you are and what kind of boat you have in this storm. So climate change is a little bit like this as well. And the thing is with climate change is that the changes are very slow.
Yeah.
And they're going to be increasing. We're seeing them more and more. But humans are adaptable. It's our main quality.
Yeah.
So in a world like the world of Shorelines, humans have adapted. But what's left to do now? And it is a play that focuses on these big issues, but through the lens of
one family, right?
One family, through a lens that's more intimate, which is something I do a lot in my work, and that's inspired by the work of Carole Fréchette, Théâtre de l'Intime. So it is exploring this idea that we can talk about these big issues, about these big things, through the lens of something that is a little bit more understandable. So it is this family, a grandmother, her two grandchildren, who need to evacuate this town because it's going to be evacuated.
This is an all-Ottawa team as well, right? And I know you're extremely proud about that.
We're
tell me about
excited.
the team you've put together.
So director Nicholas Lino, who's also the artistic director of Company of Fools, is directing. And we have all Ottawa team of artists, so performers, Vanessa Onukaga, Letreal Farcarston, Cara Pantalone, and Jackie Dutoit. And we have our four designers, our Ottawa-based designers as well. So Brian Smith is doing set, Anna Ferguson is doing costumes, Tristan Olivier Breding is doing lights, and Ali Burcock is doing sound.
Amazing.
We have Jane Osborne, fantastic stage manager, and Shanice Pereira, who's production manager.
I think what's really unique too that you love to do is make this really intimate with the audience, and and you've done that in a really, really interesting way.
So
Can
we
you tell me
are
about
playing
that?
at Labo, and Labo is a black box theater, so we can reconfigure the entire stage, the entire room.
Right.
So it is going to be performed in a thrust, so audiences on 3 sides, which makes it very encompassing, makes it very intimate. We do have just a little over 100 seats, so it is a pretty intimate piece. It's very, the lighting design is very enveloping, the sound design as well. So we are trying to create this intimate space so that people can be in it with their thoughts, with their feelings about what is going on in the play.
What can you tell me about the characters? Do they come at this crisis in a different manner?
They do. So we have twins, Alex and Evan, and they are living with their grandmother. Their grandmother is slowly losing her memories. So we're talking dementia, Alzheimer's. So living in this world, she is kind of the repository of all of this knowledge that we have in the present, because the play is set in the near future. She would be, let's say, a child in 2023.
Okay.
So she knows a lot of what's happened. She's a memory of the past, and how this affects how she moves into this world. And we do have the character of Portia, who is the government representative, who's coming to this town to oversee the evacuation, and she has secrets. Joining everyone in there. So it is a play where all of these characters are kind of coming into the same crisis from different angles, but who come together in the end. And it is a play that focuses a lot on the idea of community, of being with other people. Climate change is something that we can only take care of as a community,
right? In a global community. Mishka, really appreciate the time today. Thanks so much for joining us. Again, that's happening May 2nd to the 13th. We'll be back right after this. Don't go anywhere.